Hi everyone. Today you'll discover the surprising truth about why 95% of Australia is uninhabited, from vast deserts and extreme climate to historical isolation and modern cities. Learn why this massive continent remains one of the emptiest yet most fascinating places on Earth. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support truly helps me grow and create more amazing content for you. Thank you so much. Australia presents a series of paradoxes. As the smallest, flattest, and driest continent. Despite its arid nature, Australia is highly urbanized and rich in natural resources. The vast, sparsely populated interior contrasts with densely populated coastal cities. This dichotomy defines Australia's unique geographical and demographic characteristics. Australia and the lower 48 U.S. states have comparable land areas. Despite similar sizes, their population densities differ significantly. Data shows some islands divided by cities exceed Australia's total population. This highlights a major population disparity between regions. Australia's population is heavily concentrated near the coast. A majority of Australians reside within 50 kilometers of the coastline. This creates densely populated coastal regions. In contrast, the Outback is sparsely populated. The vast Outback region forms Australia's interior. The Australian Outback is characterized by its extreme remoteness and sparse population. Specific regions exemplify this emptiness, such as the Shire of East Pilbara. Another example is the pastoral unincorporated area within South Australia. These areas cover vast expanses of land with minimal habitation. Despite their size, they are inhabited by only a few thousand people. This highlights the extremely low population density of the Outback. Australia's landscape is significantly shaped by its ancient geological age. It hasn't undergone major mountain-building events in millions of years. Australia has also been spared from significant glacial activity for millennia. This geological stability distinguishes it from many other continents. Long-term erosion processes significantly shape landscapes over extended periods. A lack of significant geological activity contributes to landscape flatness. Flat terrains often lack high mountains, reducing moisture trapping. Reduced moisture trapping can lead to decreased rainfall in the area. Australia is located near the Tropic of Capricorn. Much of Australia lies within the subtropical high-pressure belt. This high-pressure belt is characterized by descending air. Descending air warms and dries as it approaches the surface. The warm, dry air suppresses cloud formation and rainfall. This leads to arid and semi-arid conditions across much of Australia. Cold ocean currents flow along the western coasts of continents. These currents have a significant impact on regional climate. They suppress large-scale water evaporation from the ocean. Reduced evaporation leads to lower levels of atmospheric moisture. Consequently, rainfall is significantly reduced in these coastal areas. This contributes to the formation of arid or semi-arid climates. The Great Dividing Range significantly impacts Australia's climate patterns. It acts as a barrier, intercepting moist air originating from the Pacific Ocean. This blockage creates a rain shadow effect over the continent's interior regions. Consequently, this contributes to the overall dryness characteristic of Australia. Rainfall maps visually represent moisture distribution patterns. These maps highlight areas receiving different amounts of rainfall. High rainfall is concentrated along eastern and northern coasts. A smaller high rainfall area is located near Perth. The maps demonstrate uneven rainfall distribution. Australia's climate is known for its significant variability. This variability is especially pronounced in the tropical north. Rainfall patterns can change dramatically from year to year. These fluctuations contribute to the overall climate instability. Understanding this variability is crucial for regional planning. The monsoon season in the north is characterized by a distinct pattern of wet and dry periods. This season brings intense rainfall concentrated within a few months. Following the heavy rainfall, a prolonged dry period ensues. Historical records indicate significant fluctuations in rainfall amounts. These variations can occur within relatively short timeframes. The monsoon's intensity and duration can vary greatly from year to year. El Niño and La Niña are climate cycles with significant global impacts. El Niño is associated with droughts and increased risk of bushfires. These conditions can severely affect agriculture and water resources. La Niña, conversely, tends to bring floods and more tropical storms. This leads to increased rainfall and potential for widespread flooding. Both cycles have far-reaching consequences for weather patterns worldwide. The Murray-Darling Basin is Australia's largest river system. It serves as a crucial water source. It is essential for agriculture in the region. The basin also provides water for millions of Australians. Its management is vital for the country's sustainability. The river's annual flow is notably restricted. This limitation is significant when compared to major rivers. Major rivers are located on other continents. The flow is substantially less than these rivers. This highlights the scarcity of water resources. Water resource availability is a key environmental factor. Rising global temperatures are a key indicator of climate change. Increased temperatures lead to the shrinking of rivers worldwide. Shrinking rivers exacerbate drought conditions in affected regions. Droughts pose a significant threat to agriculture, especially in Australia. Australia's soils are exceptionally old, having been exposed to erosion for over 250 million years. This prolonged erosion has significantly impacted the overall fertility of Australian soils. Compared to younger soils found in regions like Europe and North America, they are less fertile. The age and weathering processes have depleted essential nutrients. This results in a lower capacity to support plant growth without intervention. The absence of glaciers limits nutrient recycling into the soil. Lack of active mountain formation further reduces soil enrichment. This deficiency leads to landscapes dominated by sand, dust, and rock. These conditions inhibit plant growth and ecosystem development. Australia faces challenges in land cultivation. Approximately 6% of Australia's land is arable. This percentage represents a substantial area. The arable land equates to a significant amount of farmland. This farmland supports agricultural activities. Australia possesses a significant amount of arable land. It has more arable land per capita than any other nation. This abundance suggests a high capacity for food production. It also implies the potential to sustain a larger population. Australia's prolonged isolation has fostered unique biodiversity. This separation led to the evolution of endemic species. Many of these species are not found anywhere else on Earth. Isolation also influenced human settlement distribution. Early settlers adapted to the continent's distinct environment. Australia's biogeography is a direct result of its isolation. The first humans arrived in Australia roughly 50,000 years ago. They migrated from Southeast Asia during the Pleistocene epoch. Lower sea levels exposed land bridges connecting the continents. These land bridges facilitated human passage into Australia. This migration represents a key event in human history. It marks the initial settlement of the Australian continent. Aboriginal Australians represent one of the world's oldest continuous cultures. They inhabited Australia for tens of thousands of years. Their long history is marked by relative isolation. This isolation began after the disappearance of land bridges. This geographical separation fostered a unique cultural development. The Dutch were the first Europeans to record a landing in 1606. This marked the initial known European encounter with the land. The Dutch explored the territory upon arrival. They assessed the land as inhospitable and challenging. Due to the perceived harshness, no permanent settlements were established. The Dutch did not pursue further colonization efforts at that time. In 1788, the British established a penal colony at Sydney Cove. This marked the start of continuous European habitation in Australia. The colony served as a destination for convicts from Britain. Sydney Cove was chosen for its harbour and resources. The penal colony aimed to alleviate overcrowding in British prisons. It also served to establish a British presence in the region. At the time of European settlement, Australia's population was relatively small. The Aboriginal population numbered around 650,000 people. This figure represents a small base compared to other continents. Other inhabited continents had significantly larger populations. This demographic context is crucial for understanding Australia's early history. The small initial population influenced subsequent development patterns. The gold rush, in the 1852, sparked a significant surge in population. Tens of thousands of people sought their fortune. Many fortune seekers arrived from Britain. Many fortune seekers also arrived from Ireland. Immigration rates experienced a noticeable slowdown. This deceleration was influenced by increased accessibility elsewhere. Improved farmland availability in other countries also played a role. The U.S. became a more attractive destination for immigrants. Canada also presented itself as a viable alternative. Argentina's agricultural opportunities further diverted immigration flows. The White Australia policy enacted in 1901, aimed to restrict non-European immigration. It favored European immigrants, particularly those from Britain. The policy's goal was to maintain a predominantly white population in Australia. This immigration restriction significantly impacted Australia's demographic composition for decades. Post-World War II, Australia broadened its immigration policies. The country actively welcomed European immigrants on a large scale. Millions arrived from Italy, Greece, and the Balkans. Eastern Europeans also contributed to this wave of immigration. The White Australia policy aimed to restrict non-European immigration. It was progressively dismantled over several decades. The final abolition occurred in 1973. This led to a shift towards a multicultural immigration approach. The policy change promoted diversity within Australia. Australia is one of the most diverse developed nations globally. Approximately 1 in 3 Australians were born overseas. This high proportion reflects a significant history of immigration. Immigration has shaped Australia's cultural and demographic landscape. Modern immigration continues to contribute to Australia's diversity. This makes Australia a multicultural society. Australia is characterized by a high degree of urbanization. A significant portion of the population resides in urban areas. The population is mainly concentrated in 5 major cities. This concentration reflects Australia's urban development pattern. Australia is a global agricultural powerhouse despite its low population density. The country is a major producer of wool, a key commodity in the global textile industry. Australia's beef production is substantial, serving both domestic and international markets. Wheat and wine are also significant agricultural exports, contributing to the nation's economy. Australia holds a significant position in global organic agriculture. It is home to approximately half of the world's certified organic farmland. This substantial amount underscores the country's commitment. It highlights dedication to sustainable agricultural practices. Australia is a global leader in certified organic farmland. Australia's economy is significantly dependent on its natural resources sector. Key resources include iron ore, coal, gold, and lithium. These resources are primarily extracted for export purposes. A large portion of these exports are directed towards Asian markets. This reliance on resource exports shapes Australia's economic structure. Climate change is exacerbating extreme weather events in Australia. These intensifying extremes are impacting Australia's arid environment. The effects include drying rivers, increasing bushfire intensity. Rising sea levels are also a significant consequence. Australia's population is projected to increase significantly by 2050. The expected population size in 2050 is approximately 36 million people. Continued immigration is a key factor driving this population growth. These projections are based on current demographic trends and immigration policies. The increase will impact infrastructure, resources, and services. Planning is essential to manage the effects of population growth. Future population increases are expected to concentrate in coastal regions. This growth will likely lead to the expansion of existing coastal megacities. Cities like Sydney are projected to experience significant population booms. Melbourne is also anticipated to see substantial growth in its coastal areas. Coastal areas offer economic opportunities that attract new residents. Infrastructure and housing will need to adapt to accommodate the growing population. Australia's role in the global climate story is becoming more significant. The country faces increasing vulnerability as a victim of global warming. Rising temperatures and extreme weather events pose a threat. Australia is also positioned as a key supplier of resources. These resources are essential for the global transition to renewable energy. This dual role presents both challenges and opportunities for Australia. Australia stands out as a continent where wilderness areas are still extensive. These vast natural landscapes offer a unique example of nature's dominance. In many regions, the power of nature outweighs human influence. This highlights the importance of wilderness preservation efforts. Australia's commitment to protecting these areas is crucial for global biodiversity. Australia possesses the resources to sustain a much larger population. This potential is based on its land availability. Water resources also play a key role in supporting a larger population. Technological advancements can further enhance Australia's capacity. These factors combined suggest a theoretical population ceiling far above the current level. Extreme heat poses a significant challenge to inhabiting certain areas. Aridity, or extreme dryness, further restricts where people can live. Remoteness, or lack of accessibility, limits settlement. These factors combine to leave much of the interior uninhabited. Sydney and Melbourne are undergoing rapid urbanization. Projections indicate both cities will become Pacific supercities. Each city is expected to exceed a population of 7 million. This population growth is anticipated within a generation. This growth signifies a major shift in Australia's urban landscape. Such expansion presents both opportunities and challenges for infrastructure and resources. Australia is a key supplier of resources essential for renewable energy technologies. These resources include materials like lithium, critical for battery production. Australia also provides components used in solar power infrastructure. This positions Australia as a significant contributor to the global renewable energy sector. Australia's main challenge is adapting to climate change impacts. This adaptation is crucial for thriving despite vast empty spaces. Climate change increasingly affects Australia's environment. Adaptation strategies are essential for sustainable development. Focus shifts from filling spaces to managing climate impacts. The world faces increasing population and pollution challenges. Australia stands out as a continent where wilderness is still abundant. This makes Australia a unique and rare geographical area. Its preserved natural landscapes are increasingly valuable globally. Australia's wilderness holds global environmental importance. Preserving these natural areas is crucial for biodiversity. Australia's unique ecosystems are found nowhere else. These ecosystems contribute to global ecological balance. Conservation efforts benefit the entire planet. Protecting Australia's nature is a global responsibility. Sustainable development balances economic growth and environmental preservation. Australia prioritizes sustainable practices for long-term prosperity. These practices ensure resources are available for future generations. Environmental preservation is key to Australia's sustainability focus. Australia's future depends on adapting to climate change effectively. Sustainable resource management is crucial for long-term prosperity. Preserving Australia's unique wilderness is a key priority. Accommodating a growing population requires careful planning. Balancing growth with environmental protection is essential. Innovation and technology will drive sustainable solutions. Thank you for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell us in the comments what surprised you the most in this video, or what you found the most fascinating. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Many more thrilling, shocking, and mind-blowing stories are coming soon.